Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Automation is future. In today's topic is pneumatic components and its working principles. So before videos we have seen different types of pneumatic components which are used for air pressure generation and all. Let us see the symbols which are being used in industries for these components. So, firstly, we have is air compressor or air pressure source, whatever it can be, air compressor or air pressure source. So here we can see the symbol which is in the middle can be called as air compressor. The symbol which is in the middle it can be taken as a example of air compressor. So in this we can see wherever in pneumatics wherever we have connections on side top bottom this way. So the bottom connection indicates an inlet port. Wherever if the connection is at the bottom it is inlet port. The connection at the top indicates the outlet port. Connection at the top will indicate an outlet port. And if you see internally we have a triangle which means more amount of air is being compressed and it is being focused in a single point. So air is getting collected and it is focusing and pressing, and it is focusing and pressing it into single point. So we can say this as compressed air. And on the right side of this component, there are two parallel lines drawn. This is nothing but the shaft where we will be running, shaft where we will be connecting with an electric motor. So basically, this is a compressor, and this is the type of compressor where it will give only constant volume displacement. It will be giving only constant volume displacement. If there is the same compressor, if there is an arrow diagonally, it indicates it is an air compressor with variable displacement. It is an air compressor with variable displacement. So this is the symbol which is being used for air compressor. The next one is the simplified version wherever the triangle, the pointed one, the third angle, the pointed one has been connected with a line. It is nothing but air pressure source. It is an air pressure source. The next symbol or the third symbol is pneumatic reservoir, which is nothing but our storage tank, which is being used for storing air. One can be taken as inlet, left side is can be taken as inlet, and right side can be taken as outlet. Inlet and outlet this way. So these all the three symbols indicate air pressure supply or energy supply, pressure supply or energy supply. And next we have symbols which are used for maintenance or servicing. Okay, air servicing or air maintenance purpose. In that, firstly we have air filter. So in the last video we have seen air filter. So nothing but the same thing. So this is indicated in a rhombus shape, and same thing we can see connections on the both the sides of the symbols, both the sides, bottom, top, anywhere. So in this, left side connection is inlet, right side connection is outlet. Okay, we can consider left connection as inlet and right connection as outlet. Okay, and the same way, if there is left connection and right connection, if there is bottom connection, extra connection can be taken as release connections or drain connections for removing any moisture, dust, such way. Okay, so in air filter, you can see we'll be sending air from the left side. This is my inlet, In between, I have a filtrate material. So air passes through the filtrate material and dust particles get collected at this point and clean air will be coming from the outlet. This is air filter. Okay, this is air filter. The next one we have is separator, moisture separator we can take, water separator we can call, or sedimentation separator by manual actuation. So here you can see air flows from the left side, which is our inlet, to right side, which is my outlet. And whatever the collection it has, it will get deposited at this. And at this point, we will be having a plunger type. At the bottom, we have plunger type, a screw type, that way. So whenever we press it, air flows through that. Any moisture or sedimented this thing will come outside. So this is manual drain or air separating unit or moisture separating unit. The next one we have is automatic. So the same thing internally we have an inverted triangle. The same symbol as manual drain unit, but we have a inverted triangle. So if there is an inverted triangle inserted in the manual drain, it is called as automatic drain, which is nothing but we will be using an external source of energy. Most in case we will be using a relay supported valve to open and close in particular intervals of time. So these are the most commonly used components. In present days, no one is using manual drains. Everyone are using with automatic drain units, where we can see a relay will be there. It will activate for every 30 seconds, 1 minute, in such a way that to remove moisture in frequent times. And the next one we have is air lubricator. So lubricator we have seen in one of our videos, same thing, but we have a line which is inside the symbol, which is inside the rhombus. So which indicates something is getting into the component. Something is getting into the component. What we are doing here is we are inserting a oil mixture into the air, oil into air, so that air get mixed up. So that air get mixed up with oil. So left side is inlet and right side is outlet. Left side is inlet and right side is outlet. So how we can decide left is inlet and right is outlet means we have an ISO standard table. We'll see that in future videos. What is ISO standard table and how need to identify inlet and outlet. One thumb rule: if there is a connection left and right, left will be inlet and right will be outlet. If there is a connection bottom and top, bottom will be inlet and top will be outlet. Why bottom is inlet and top is outlet means any moisture, any sedimentation will collect at the bottom. It doesn't go from the outside outlet that way. The next one we have is pressure regulating valve with relief port and adjustable pressure regulating valve with an relief port. So here we can see we have connections on the three sides where there are numbers also mentioned 1, 2, and 3, and there is a spring and an arrow. And we can also see there is a dotted line connecting from like which is coming out from 2 and going to the components. So let us see one by one. So as I said, bottom connection is inlet. So we will give pressurized air pressure at this point. So I will get outlet. So if I am giving 10 bar air pressure at inlet, I will get 10 bar air pressure at the outlet. Okay, if I want to reduce as it is a pressure regulating valve to control the air pressure, here we will be having a knob. So here you can see the spring and an arrow indicates that adjustable knob manually. We can do it in many ways, but this symbol indicates adjustable knob which can be done manually. So here you can see whenever I rotate, what happens? The gap between this both arrows gets increases and decreases. The gap between these both the arrows will get increase and decrease. Okay, so if it is decreasing, the air pressure gets decreased. If it is increasing, the air pressure gets increased. Completely open, more air pressure. Completely closed, lesser air pressure. Okay, and there is an extra connection number three, which an inverted triangle protruding out of the component or out of the symbol, which indicates this is used for drain purpose. This is used for drain purpose or any extra air. And here you can see there is a connection from two and it has been connected. Whatever the extra air, last video we have seen. So extra air will get vented into the atmosphere. Same way, air flows from 2 to 3. Whatever extra air which is unable to escape from the outlet, whatever the air pressure we are regulating or we are restricting, that will go out of the 3. So next we have as we seen in one of our video, combination of multiple components. We have an component called air service unit, where we can see filter with the drain, air pressure regulator valve attached with an dial indicator or dial gauge or pressure gauge, and a lubricator. So all these components are connected in series one after the other. So we call this as FRL unit also. So the below symbol is simplified version symbol. So filter with the drain, pressure regulator, and lubricator with input and output. So one more thing we need to understand, whenever air pressure or in pneumatics or hydraulics, whatever, in fluid power, if there is symbol indicated in dotted line, it makes it indicates that two or more than two components are combined together to make a single component. So here we are using filter, pressure regulator, and lubricator all together. So this is combined all together in a single this thing. So it is called as air service unit or FRL unit. Sometimes we will not be using lubricator, sometimes in some applications. So there we can call as FR unit or filter and regulator unit. The third one, the third symbol. So in this also we can say left one is input and right one is output. So here we can see where whatever the components we have seen, where these can be used. So firstly, for preparation of air we need compressors. So we use different types of compressors. And then for controlling the flow rate we use components. Pressure we use service for cleaning purpose. And we have a receiver to check the pressure fluctuations these, and we use dryers for cooling or removing moisture, that purpose. And we use piping system, mostly ring type piping system. And we have service units, air service units like filter, regulator, and lubricator. And we will be connecting to our actual, we have a service unit and we will be connecting to our actual circuit. So in this way our connection of components goes in a sequence one after the other. So I hope you guys got an idea about these components. Let us discuss regarding other components in the next video. Thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Automation is Future, guys. Thank you, guys.